according to the United Nations World Food Programme, says 30.6 million Nigerians face acute food insecurity. Experts blame on many factors, which include the security challenges in the North and Middle Belt, post-harvest losses, poor storage facility, and a couple other issues. Over the years, there have been efforts at boosting food production in Nigeria, taking advantage of its over 70 million hectares of land, multiple agroecological zones, and a climate favorable for year-round farming. There have been several other such interventions by governments at council, state, and federal levels, including the Produce for Lagos program and the 500 billion naira guarantee fund scheme by the Lagos state government. In September, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Yari, said the prices of food items have crashed across the country, but some Nigerians differ, saying they are yet to feel the ease.
Before, we said chicken for it before, but now we sell 5,000 naira.
This one, before I selling 300, now I selling 500 because only it don't cost. Down I selling, before I selling 3,500, now I selling 6,000. Everything don't cost.
About 2 months ago, we are buying the food. Like rice or back of rice is 70-something thousand naira, like 75, 78, 73. But now 60, 62, 50, 55 safe. So if I look, it's gone down now. Not to say like it was increasing the price now.
2025 marks the 80th anniversary of the annual World Food Day, which is celebrated on October the 16th every year. This year with the theme, Hand in Hand for Better Food and a Better Future. The United Nations target building a peaceful, sustainable, and food-secure future where everyone has access to a healthy diet. To achieve this, experts suggest the way forward must be comprehensive, from tackling insecurity to investing in climate resilience farming to improving storage, irrigation, and transportation systems. That's in addition to strengthening farmers' cooperatives, access to finance and research. With the right investment, policies, and protection for its farmers, Nigeria may be on its way from food insecurity to food sovereignty. Because in a nation so richly blessed, no one should go hungry.
If you order Bolt, InDrive, or Uber and you see this man run for your life.
Immediately I entered this man's car, there was something hanging in front of his mirror. It looked so fetish and...
But this same man picked me up, May 3rd, and he did the same thing.
Oh, chef Bolt, chef Uber, chef InDrive.
I'm getting scared because like, oh my God, what if he's the one? You guys, please be careful.
This is the man who goes around in Bolt, InDrive, and Uber, allegedly robbing women of their belongings, raping ladies in his ride, and pretending to offer safe transport while carrying knives, scissors, guns, and other weapons in his car.
This guy has pepper spray, he has gun, he has sharp weapons, whatever.
For months, young women have cried out, sharing stories of their painful encounters with this predator. They talk about how he allegedly threatens them, hurts them, and strips them not just of their possessions, but of their dignity.
And you are telling me I'm not with your food. He's like, you want me to kill you here? Immediately now brought out the knife. He was not holding the knife. He said he's going to stab me to death. Started diverting to another route. That do I have condom inside my bag? Look at what he was asking me. I said I don't have condom inside my bag. He now searched my bag that he's going to send my body in parts. That he already has people that will buy my body.
Despite these cries and warnings, he is still on the road. He is still picking up unsuspecting women and still moving through Uber, Bolt, and InDrive like a hunter, waiting for his next victim. And the most heartbreaking question remains, why is a man like this still allowed to drive? Why has no company taken firm action to protect the very people they promise safety to?
Uber are still allowing this man to drive after he has victimized a lot of girls. Every day they're going to complain about our riders. Every day.
So why would Uber and Bolt and InDrive allow a known criminal to work with them?
Will you be employing a highway robber to be on the highway picking people?
Every day that passes without justice is another day of risk for countless women. What use is technology if it cannot protect the vulnerable? What good is business when it ignores the cries of the broken? To the companies, the question is simple. How many more women must be hurt before you act? How many more tears must fall before you listen?
Please, Nigerian police, come to our help. Like, the government should look into it. Police, they should look into it. And even close to like 8 or more were saying, oh, I've been inside this man car before, or I'm a victim, or I almost got kidnapped. What? The worst part of this issue is that it has been reported to the police, but police did nothing about it.
To every reader, this is not just a story. This is a call to wake up, a call to demand safety, a call to make sure that no man, no matter how cunning, is allowed to use the wheel as a weapon against women again. Because as long as this man is allowed to drive, every woman on the road is in danger.
The government is not doing anything. Somebody should do something about this guy.
Every single day, Lagos generates over 13,000 metric tons of solid waste, more than many African countries produce in a week. But less than half of this waste is properly collected or disposed, while the rest piles up in streets, markets, and growing dump sites across the city, turning communities into ticking time bombs. From Ojota to Agege, Ayobo to Iyanoba, and across Lagos, waste is piling up faster than it can be managed, threatening both the health of residents and the environment.
Very, very hard, like just to struggle for myself and for my kids too. So that life in this place is just for you to look for somewhere to just hide your head, just put your head.
And they face a lot of challenges here, this place, because like what I'm saying here, the place they live, kind of work they do, where they cook and what they eat every day, it's going to affect them because many of them are here just for them to survive.
There is just one of two things that is come up, is that they will have to sell something before they will see money here to eat. Either they sell plastic or a rubber or keg or nylon, so they'll need to sell it. They'll work hard to get the money here. But in this place, you see a lot of people, they are living here. It's not like they don't have the money to rent house, but the money is too hard for them to see. Even though if they see the money safe, they will have to buy something. If rain fall, you will see a lot of water before you are coming into this place.
But beyond residents, thousands of people depend on these dump sites for survival, selling food and scavenging recyclables in risky and unhealthy conditions just to make a living. The question remains, how is the government tackling this challenge, and what is the plan for communities like Ojota, where the health of thousands is at stake?
We have monitoring and compliance officers who go around to enforce environmental laws. So since last year, we've arrested and prosecuted close to 200 offenders for littering, for dumping bulk waste. And we've also sealed a lot of facilities, commercial facilities that have not been obeying the environmental laws. We need to reduce the amount of waste we're generating. We need to reuse as much of that waste as possible, and also to recycle as much as possible. And that's the gospel we've been taking throughout the state. We're currently running a 2-bin system in Lagos. We have 2 bins, a green bin for general waste and a blue bin for mixed recyclables. And we have 80,000 of those, which we're selling through our websites. The 2 legacy dump sites at Olusosun and Solus 3 in Igodo. Each dump site will be replaced by a transfer loading station. From these transfer loading stations, we'll transport waste to new material recovery facilities, one in Ikorodu and one in Badagry. And those 2 sites collectively will process about 4,000 tons of waste out of the 13,000 we generate daily.
With this sensitization, we hope that the market women actually comply with the rules of the Thursday sanitation. That's number 1, which is very essential. Number 2 is to keep their goods and the things they sell in the proper places they are meant to keep them. Trade in the proper places they are meant to trade. Don't trade on the walkway. Abide by the rules. Leave the amount of meters that's left to be on the road for cars and vehicles to move around. And not only that alone, it's also essential for our market women as well. Once they are done with the day's trade, they should clean and sweep, the place that they've carried out their trade, their stores and their shops, put it in a proper, nice waste bin, tie it up, and take it to where the LOMA operatives are meant to carry out, their duties and make sure the disposal is as neat and as clean as possible. Because that's where we buy our food. That's where we buy a lot of things to take to our houses. And if it's not properly kept and the hygiene is not well done, we run dangers and, risk of having food disease and, disease outbreak.
While government agencies continue to emphasize citizen responsibilities, residents insist that stronger intervention and real actions are urgently needed to prevent further environmental and health crises.
In addition, we have waste-to-energy projects planned for our Ekpe dump site, which has been closed. That's by the Free Trade Zone. There's going to be a waste-to-energy plant there to be constructed by Harvest Waste, a Dutch company. And that waste-to-energy plant will take in about 2,500 tons of waste daily to generate 60 to 80 megawatts of electricity to power the future of Lagos. LOMA has a partnership with Lamata to build a biogas plant that will take in organic waste, both solid and liquid organic waste, and generate biomethane to power the mass transit fleet of Lamata and the compactor trucks that we use for collection of waste statewide.
For us as a local government, it's something we've done with our legislative arm within us here at Agege local government, is to make sure that anyone caught disposing waste the wrong way is going to be fined 50,000 naira, and they would also sign an agreement that allows us to know that once they do the same thing again, is either they pay more fine and also we also hand them over to the necessary authorities to carry out all other regulations on the all other enforcement on them. For example, some people actually go to serve jail term, in regards to dropping refuse, illegally. That's one thing. And also environmental sanitation. People that don't sanitize, carry out sanitation in their houses, clean their drainages, will seal up their houses and ensure they pay a fine. After sensitization, which is the month of September, we are also going straight to inner street sweeping. We'll be bringing out our people from the communities who will be appointed as street sweepers, and we'll pay them to make sure our inner streets are clean. We'll be making sure we carry along and then stakeholders around the ones that are nominated by the government to sweep the major highways, across local governments. Also, we are building an enforcement team, creating an enforcement team to manage people who have decided that they want to drop waste illegally. And not only that, we are also creating a drainage team that will be clearing all drainages across our local governments. We are also empowering and ensuring that we strengthen our own local security operatives to help us ensure that we catch people who are dropping waste illegally.
For now, Lagosians wait and hope that promises of cleaner, safer communities will move beyond talks and become a reality. Imisioluwa Afumisho, African News 24 TV.
Every morning, we wake up to breaking news that breaks something inside us. Another girl gone, another mother wailing, another life violently erased. What used to be rare is now routine. From city corners to quiet towns, girls are being haunted in a society that's slowly normalizing their disappearance. The world scrolls past their faces on social media, their names trending briefly before vanishing into silence. Streets filled with laughter have become corridors of fears. Girls can't walk home safely anymore. Not because they did anything wrong, but because being female now feels like a crime. Lured with job offers, attacked by lovers, raped by strangers, or sacrificed in bizarre ritual killings. These girls are caught in a vicious circle that keeps spinning because we keep looking away. Take in your Bongmoran's case. Young, brilliant, simply searching for a job, only to meet her death. Adijat, a LASU graduate, was found dead in her boyfriend's apartment. He's now on the run.
Bàbá tó pa ọmọ mi mọ̀ pé bàbá ẹ̀gbọ́n wà pẹ̀lú mi torí mi ò rí bàbá ẹ̀ rí. Mo bá ṣàdé mo kọ̀ ríyàn kan tó wọ white ọ̀nkú pẹ̀lú jàlábíà. Ẹni yẹn dẹ̀ ṣí ilẹ̀kùn. Ẹni yẹn ṣí ilẹ̀kùn. Mo bá pẹ́ bí ṣe ní kí n lọ báyìí. Mo dákú ni mo ṣe gbé mi. Bàbá boy yẹn torí pàǹtí ni mo ti padà mọ̀ pé bàbá boy yẹn lọ́wọ́ wọ òkè yẹn lọ. Lọ́wọ́ ni ọmọ yìí ti kú. Ọmọ yìí ti kú tí máa gbọ́ báyìí bí ṣe fẹ́ táwọn family member mi máa fi wá dé nìyẹn. Pàtàn débẹ̀ wọ́n snap gbogbo oògùn tó bá ń bẹ̀ ó ti dà mí síta. Ibi tó ti nà àwọn picture wà tó ti ṣá tó ti ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. Àwọn míì wà tí a tẹ̀ rí for that day.
Bamshe boarded a BRT bus and never made it home. Her body was discovered days later. Many more stories stay buried, their voices muted by shame and fear. No place is truly safe, even in religious organizations. And while families cry out, society responds with tired clutches. This is more than a security.
Good afternoon. We are glad to have you join us this hour on African News 24 TV for news and updates of events happening around the world. I'm Mary Adam. We'll begin in security as the Nigeria Police Force has announced that it will resume nationwide enforcement of the tinted glass permit policy from January 2, 2026, citing rising security concerns. The announcement was made in a statement issued on Monday by the Force Public Relations Officer, Benjamin Hundein. The police explained that the decision followed a review of emerging security threats and clarified that there is no court order restraining the enforcement of the law regulating tinted vehicle glass. Enforcement was earlier suspended to allow motorists adequate time to regularize their documentation and complete the permit application process. According to the police, recent security trends show an increase in the criminal activities involving vehicle fitted with unauthorized tinted glass, which are often used to conceal identities during crimes such as armed robbery and kidnapping. The force said the resumption of enforcement is a proactive step to safeguard lives and property across the country. Away from that, the wife of the former president, Muhammadu Buhari, Aisha Buhari, has said her late husband, President Muhammadu Buhari, began locking his room in 2017 after rumors in the presidential villa alleged she planned to kill him. According to Mrs. Buhari, the development disrupted his feeding routine and contributed to his prolonged illness. She was speaking in a newly released biography, From Soldier to Statesman, The Legacy of Muhammadu Buhari, authored by Dr. Charles Omole. According to the book, AISHA Buhari maintained that the former president's 154-day medical leave in 2017 was not caused by poisoning or a mysterious ailment, but by the breakdown of a strict nutrition and supplement regimen she had long supervised. She said fear from the rumors led Buhari to miss meals and stop taking supplements, worsening his condition and eventually resulting in extended medical treatment in the United Kingdom. The biography also debunked conspiracy theories surrounding Buhari's health, including claims of poisoning and the existence of a body double. Meanwhile, the federal government has inaugurated Nigeria's third National Action Plan on the United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325 on women, peace and security. The plan, covering 2024 to 2028, was launched in Abuja by the wife of the President, Oluremi Tinubu, through her representative, Leila Barau. She said the initiative reinforces Nigeria's commitment to inclusion, gender equality, and sustainable peace, noting that women must play active roles in conflict prevention and peace building. Minister of Women Affairs, Iman Ibrahim Suleiman, said the plan aligns with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda and will be implemented across all states and the FCT. The government says the new action plan strengthens national efforts to protect women, promote participation, and build lasting peace. It appears the dispute between billionaire businessman Aliko Dangote and the chief executive officer of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, Farouk Ahmed, is having a new twist, as the Dangote has accused Ahmed of spending about $5 million on the secondary school education of his children in Switzerland. Dangote made the allegation today in a paid newspaper advertisement, describing the expenditure as an act of economic sabotage and corruption by a public officer. According to Dangote, the funds cover the education of 4 children over 6 years at elite Swiss institutions, including Montreal School, Ayon College, Institut Le Rosé, and La Garenne International School. He estimated the annual cost of tuition, living expenses, air travel, and upkeep at about $200,000 per child, amounting to $800,000 yearly and nearly $5 million over the 6-year period for all 4 children. The industrialist further listed additional tertiary education expenses, estimating an average of $125,000 per child annually, totaling $2 million over 4 years for all 4 children. Dangote cited the completion of a Harvard MBA by one of the children in 2025 at an estimated cost of $210,000. He stressed that Nigerians deserve transparency, questioning how such funds were sourced by a public official while many families in Sokoto State struggle to afford basic school fees. In a related development, the House of Representatives Joint Committee has summoned the president of the Dangote Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, and the leadership of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority over the renewed crisis in the downstream petroleum sector. The committee directed all parties to suspend media exchanges while it investigates the dispute, describing the situation as capable of undermining recent stability in the post-subsidy era. Chairman of the committee, Honorable Nkenga Imo Guchinyere, said the lawmakers were compelled to intervene following allegations by Dangote against the NMDPRA chief executive officer, stressing that a clear understanding of the issues ranging from import licenses to domestic refining capacity was necessary for sustainable solutions. He assured that the committee would act swiftly and without bias to resolve the matter in the national interest. The intervention follows Dangote's allegation that the NMDPRA Chief Executive Officer, Farouk Ahmed, engaged in corruption, claiming he spent $5 million on his children's education in Switzerland, an accusation the regulator has yet to respond to. Dangote said the claim raised serious concerns about accountability and public trust in regulatory institutions. From oil and gas to education, the National Universities Commission has lifted the ban on the establishment and operation of foreign universities in Nigeria, marking a significant policy shift in the country's higher education sector. The decision, according to the Commission, is aimed at expanding access to quality tertiary education, encouraging global academic partnerships, and attracting foreign direct investment into Nigeria's education industry. With the ban lifted, foreign universities are now permitted to set up campuses or collaborate with local institutions, subject to strict regulatory guidelines, quality assurance standards, and accreditation requirements set by the NUC. Education stakeholders have welcomed the move, noting that it could foster competition, improve academic standards, and provide Nigerian students with more globally competitive learning opportunities without the need to study abroad. From education to medicine. At just 21 years old, Tobiloba Oluwashino has faced a battle. Few her age ever imagined a fight with rectal signet ring, adenocarcinoma, a rare and aggressive form of cancer. Now a survivor, Tobiloba is sharing her journey of pain, courage and triumph to inspire hope in others. African News 24 TV visited her home to hear her powerful story of strength and resilience.
In the year 2021, October 2021, it was said that I had stage 3 colorectal cancer, signet ring adenocarcinoma. When the doctor's report came out and she was diagnosed with cancer, I was not very shocked because I had already seen it. And the colorectal cancer is the cancer of the anus. So the cancer is in my anus side, like my rectum side. So it was so big that it has attached itself to so many organs around my rectum side, like my bladder, uterus, my ovaries. So it will be life-threatening to penetrate, to take it out. When she did the surgery and she came back and they said they were not able to remove it, like, Kiloloshi. For us, they said if you had a frozen pelvis and if they try to force it out, it can take her life. So I'm like, she's very, very strong, but I don't think I can go through it. I'm sorry. So they said the next treatment, if surgery did not work, is chemotherapy and radiotherapy. Suicide was ringing in my ear, I will not lie. In fact, I had already priced it, said 2.5. I said, it's not more expensive, I'll just remove from money. We have a blowing fan in the room. Let's watch movie. I was sleeping beside my mommy that night. My sister was not around. I just texted her. I said, I want to buy you. I was coming. She said, she started calling people to call me, to encourage me. I cried. I called my friends. I started calling all my friends. I started crying. They were like, they would call her. I started calling her because I cannot call my mom. If I call my mom would just, I don't know how she would handle it. I didn't call my mom, I didn't call my dad. Some of the experiences we had, we cannot tell my mom because we don't know how she will handle. She will not handle this in a very good way. Sometimes my mom don't want to cry because it will discourage her. So when my sister said that, I'm like, so she used to feel this way. So like, I felt devastated, I felt bad. We were stagnant. My sisters could not go to school. They could not go on with their daily life. My parents too, everybody stagnant. Like everybody focus was on me. We couldn't go anywhere. I remember my boyfriend then woke up with me because I didn't have time for him. Yes, I didn't have time. He said I was not available. And don't you see what we are going through? Don't you see what we are going through? I was in the hospital day and night because my mom would go to work. My dad would go to work. It's just me and my sisters. We'll be there. We will sleep there safe. because tears done too much for my family. If I die now, they will cry and nobody will move on.
Welcome to business. Billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk has reportedly become the first individual to surpass a net worth of $600 billion, marking a historic milestone in global wealth rankings. The surge in Musk's fortune is driven largely by the strong performance and valuations of his companies, including Tesla, SpaceX, and other technologies ventures, alongside growing investor confidence in artificial intelligence and space innovation. Analysts note that recent market movements and private company valuations played a significant role in pushing Musk's net worth to the unprecedented level, further widening the gap between him and other top billionaires. The achievement has reignited debates around wealth concentration, corporate valuations, and the influence of tech entrepreneurs on the global economy, with reactions ranging from admiration to concern across social and economic circles. No bank accounts will be restricted from transacting business from 2026 due to non-availability of tax identity. This assurance is from the Joint Revenue Board. The board allays fears of the public, adding that no deductions will be made from any bank accounts on the basis of having a tax ID or not. It assures Nigerians that the tax ID will be automatically issued to every taxable person using their National Identification Number (NIN) for individuals and CAC registration number for businesses. This is contained in a press release by the Corporate Communication Department of the Joint Revenue Board. And on the Welcome to sports. The Super Eagles camp in Cairo has grown to 22 players with the arrival of Blackburn Rovers defender Ryan Alebiosu ahead of Nigeria's Africa Cup of Nations friendly match against Egypt. Atalanta winger Ademola Lookman and defenders Shemi Ajayi and Bright Oshayi Samuel reported to camp at the Renaissance Hotel on Monday, joining a steadily increasingly squad. Goalkeeper Amaz Obasogi, defender Igor Gbu, and midfielder Chochukwu Nadi were also among the latest arrivals to bolster the team. They linked up with earlier arrivals Francis Uzoho, Stanley Nwambali, Ebenezer Akinsamiro, and Fishayodele Bashiru, who had checked in on Sunday. Super Eagles media officer Promise Efohe disclosed that 20 players participated in the team's first training session held on Monday evening. Quote, "Training went smoothly and the players showed good energy and commitment, which is encouraging at this stage of preparations." End of quote. Efohe said Club Brugge midfielder Rafael Onyedika and Alebiosu arrived shortly after training, raising the number of players in camp to 22, with 6 more expected. Welcome to entertainment. Nollywood actor and producer David Naji has welcomed his second child with wife Amanda, marking 2 births within a span of roughly 10 months. In a heartfelt announcement shared on social media, Nadia expressed gratitude for the birth of the newborn, describing the experience as a rare blessing and praising his wife's strength for going through labor twice in 1 year. He also noted plans to ensure his wife rests fully after the demanding pregnancies. The actor, who had children from previous relationships, now celebrates the addition of 2 more children with Amanda, highlighting a growing and joyful family. This news has captured public attention, with fans and colleagues congratulating the family on the double blessing, while emphasizing the unique nature of welcoming 2 children within such a short period. David Nadia's personal milestone underscores the balance between a thriving professional life in Nollywood and the joys and responsibilities of family life, resonating with many followers across social media platforms. That will be all on this bulletin on African News 24 TV. Thank you for staying tuned. Please stay connected with us on all our social media platforms, and don't forget to visit our website at africannews24.ng for the latest updates to stay informed and ahead. I'm Mary Adams. See you at 6 p.m. for updates and breaking news. It's bye for now.